Hello and welcome to another episode of Kashmir University Weekly Video Digest, Quest. First, a look at the highlights. Dean, Academic Affairs speaks about the post-flood academic initiatives of the university, and NET examination conducted at KU. Now the details of these events with your host Bisma Hamid. Dear viewers, in this episode of Quest, Dean, Academic Affairs Professor Mohammad Ashraf Wani talks about a variety of issues confronting students, especially after September floods. In an interview with the Quest team, Professor Wani talks about the expansion of the university campus, holding up of entrance tests for PG courses and extending the academic session in year 2015. We asked Professor Wani that this year, due to the floods, this academic session got disturbed. What steps university took in bringing the education system back on track? Dean, Academic Affairs told the Quest team that although floods posed problems of holding examinations, university took the decision of holding or deferring them in accordance with the students.
If they were not interested to conduct the exam during this, then and their choice was were taken on board, they were given preference, their choice was given preference, and the exams were postponed for winter break.
The final year result was usually out in February, and the academic calendar of the university started with the admission procedure in March. Will we see a change this year? To this, Professor Wani replied in this way.
By next year, we will lose 2-3 months from March to March, April and May, or 2 months, April and May. These, we have decided that we will compensate these 2 months again by extending the academic session, just as we extended it this year. We will extend it, even if we may have to extend it up to February. We will extend it, and in March we will hold the exams, so that the time of the students is not wasted. Otherwise, if we are not concerned about it, if we not take it serious, then at least 6-7 months of the students will be wasted. But we will try to compensate it. If we start the next year the classes of first semester from June, then from June to December we will have 9 months, and 9 months means one full academic session. And in this way, we will try our best not to waste the time of the students. This is what we are planning, and we wish that the climate and other factors also favor us in achieving this very noble purpose.
Dean, Academic Affairs told all the aspirants that entrance examinations will commence from the month of April and May.
Our exams, final year exam, BA, BSc, BCom exam, final year exams, generally used to be conducted in the month of December and January. And in the first week of February, the result used to be out. During the month of February, and we used to invite applications, etc. And we used to be fully equipped to conduct the exam during the month of March. But this year, because of floods, this government has taken a decision to hold the exams, to conduct the exams in the month of March. Naturally, our new admissions will be delayed. What we have decided is that when exams will be conducted in March, we will hold the entrance test in April. And in the month of May, results will be declared. Result will be declared, and our entrance test, our result, that will also be prepared. And in the month of May, admission process will be completed. And from June, 1st June, new classes will start.
Asked, the delay in final year results will mean delay in classwork, Professor Wani said that university will not wait for the results of final year, and in fact the applications for the entrance tests will be out in February.
Immediately after completing the BA, BSc, BCom final exam, we will conduct the entrance test. We will not wait for the result of BA, BSc, BCom final. We will conduct the exam. In fact, we will invite the application forms in the month of February itself. And in the month of April, we will conduct the entrance tests. But we will not wait for the result. We will conduct the entrance test. And so by the time the result of the BA final, BA, BSc, BCom final will be out, we would have already completed this process of conducting and declaring and preparing the result. That time we'll have to simply consolidate it, that graduation marks and the marks secured in the entrance test. So it will just take us a few days and we will be able to conduct our classes. That's first semester from 1st June. But so far as second and fourth semester is concerned, the classes will start from March itself as usual.
He clarified that all admissions to the PG classes will be provisional and subject to the result of final year.
There will be no bar as such, but it will be of course provisional. That is, at their own risk and responsibility, the students will appear. And their admission to post-graduation in the university will be subject to the fulfillment of the basic conditions. That is percentage of marks and other things. They are always subject to these, but this time this will be thrown open to everybody. And subsequently, if you fulfill the basic qualification, then alone you will be considered for admission.
Asked, students who have been affected with the devastating September floods, will there be any relaxation for them? Professor Vani opined that those students have already been given concessions as the examination is being held from the month of March.
There will be no relaxation as such, because already 2-3 months have been given to the students extra. As I told you that in December generally the exams of the final year used to be conducted, but now January and February they have enough time to make preparation. And it would be to the disadvantage, ultimately to the disadvantage of the students, if we make any concession so far as the standard is concerned. We should not always be after concessions and lowering the standard. We should rather force our students in their own interest to work very hard, to earn the degree rather than to ascribe the degree to them.
Dean, Academic Affairs also told us that this year onwards, Leh and Kargil campuses will start functioning.
Next year, you will be happy to know that we are starting the classes at Kargil and Leh. Some new courses have been introduced there. It will be an integrated 5 years course from 2015. There will be geology, botany, physics, energy studies, travel and tourism, English language, and it will be an integrated 5 years program. These courses are being introduced in the newly established Kargil and Leh campuses. And we hope that classes also start at Kupwara campus, provided accommodation becomes available by that time.
On introduction of new courses in the university, Professor Vani opined that many things should gel before new courses are introduced in the university.
For introducing new disciplines, you need support from UGC, from state government, from other funding agencies, because for that you have to construct a building, you have to have human resource. And in fact, the university has been very serious about introducing some disciplines like masters in archaeology, masters in anthropology, masters in philosophy. We have submitted this proposal to the UGC, and we hope that under the leadership of the present Vice Chancellor, these proposals fructify ultimately. And again, it's also very good news that we are introducing a course on nanotechnology, for which we have already got some positions that will be introduced in the main campus.
He expressed satisfaction on the opening up of engineering courses in the Zakura campus.
This year, a very important development took place, which was our very long cherished desire. That is, we established an engineering college at Zakura campus. This year we have introduced two streams there, electrical and mechanical streams. And next year we may, inshallah, introduce civil engineering department also. And slowly and gradually, within a few years, with the help of the government, and also because of the active role which will be played by the Vice Chancellor in this regard, we will have a full-fledged engineering college within a few years, which was a great demand of the society, because we didn't have any quality engineering college under university or under the direct control of the state government in the public sector.
The Dean, Academic Affairs, at the same time said that university is aware about the increasing number of aspirants for various PG courses, and they are responding to this challenge in their own way.
It's a fact that the university in particular, and the government and the society in general, is facing a serious challenge. In that, we have every year a huge number of aspirants for higher education. But unfortunately, we are able to admit only a small percentage. For instance, last year, we received 37,000 applications for different courses in the university, but we could accommodate only 3,000 applicants. Kashmir, as you know, is fast moving to 100% literacy. And it's no wonder then that every year you see a significant increase in the number of aspirants. It's a fact that we have responded to this challenge in the context of our limited capacity. For instance, some off-site campuses have been established. We have South Campus, we have North Campus, then we will be having Kupwara Campus, and in Kargil and Leh also, and then in the university as such also, we have increased the intake capacity. Now we have in social sciences and languages, we have 85 intake capacity, and accordingly in science subjects also intake capacity has been increased. And the government has also established some universities. This is Islamic University, Baba Ghulam Shah Badshah University. We have Central University also. Now, here we have Central University in Jammu University, we have Central University Kashmir. Jammu has also established off-site campuses. But in spite of all this, the problem still remains.
Explaining the problem further, Dean said that creative response is the need of the hour to cater to such a huge rush of the aspirants.
It demands creative response. Perhaps we may have to graduate our off-site campuses into full-fledged universities. We may have to think of establishing, two sections. We have one section, because in Delhi you have many now sections they have also established in Delhi University. We may have to establish one more section in each department. We should have to respond to this problem. But here we have the problem of accommodation. Human resource we could manage, contractual, etc. But we have an accommodation problem. But we cannot afford remaining apathetic spectators to this great pressure that the society is generated from below in terms of throwing up huge number of aspirants for higher education. And this is educationally, in terms of education, our society is really an aspirational society. Every parent is interested in the education of their wards. Therefore, this is a great challenge, and it demands a creative response, because access to education cannot be denied.
Professor Vani feels that there is a need to start the second shift in Kashmir University so that maximum students can be accommodated.
Our universities must work 24 hours. The night should appear a day, so that each university can perform the function of two universities by introducing, second shift in each department. Because, as I told you, immediately we have the problem of accommodation. The second class or second section cannot be started because of accommodation problem. But we can think of introducing second shift. And for that, every department has to come forward. Because in the choice-based credit system, the student has to opt for certain courses from sister disciplines as well as from other disciplines, unrelated disciplines, unless and until all the departments come forward for this second shift. This selectively it is not now possible. Therefore, I think that we are thinking about it, the Vice Chancellor and the government, and I think the University Council, etc. All of them will have to think seriously.
The Dean Academics expressed hope that university will have its own constituent medical college and other colleges in the coming years.
We should also plan to have a medical college under the university as a constituent college of the university. And I have no doubt that in near future we will have a medical college. And our Vice Chancellor is also interested to have our own at least one constituent college where quality education will be provided to the aspirants for science, for science students and then social science and students of language. Quality education is because we need a quality college. And our Vice Chancellor is very much interested to have a constituent college where BSc and then other undergraduate degrees will be taught. So I hope that in near future we may have also a constituent college under the university.
Kashmir University successfully conducted the National Eligibility Test for Science and Social Science streams. The examinations for these two branches are held twice in the month of June and December. Around 18,000 aspirants took part in the said examinations across Jammu and Kashmir that were held at 30 sub-centers. Despite chilling weather conditions, aspirants from various parts of the state appeared in NET examinations, which is mandatory for junior research fellowship and lectureship. Vice Chancellor Professor Khurshid Iqbal Andrabi, along with other officials of the university, inspected many exam centers. That is all for today's episode. You can send us your suggestions at quest@emmrckashmir.com. Before I take your leave, here are a few words of wisdom. Any nation that assumes it is inherently superior to another is setting itself up for a disaster.